Greetings, F1 enjoyers, and welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix, where we get a pre-race dance while people sing the country's national anthem. Of course, I had to watch the race on TV as well. I don't have the money to travel to several different countries in Europe at once yet, because I still don't have a passport, and I wouldn't even have the dough to travel to all those countries, because I'm not rich. So, I watched on TV. But anyways, the Austrian Grand Prix begins with a formation lap for the drivers to get to the grid, and the start gets aborted because of Carlos Sainz having issues trying to start his car. Because of that, he had to go to pit lane. Hopefully, things can't get any worse, right? Well, his car catches fire. Good lord, he's not having any luck. And the race gets delayed. Dang it! After those unfortunate turn of events, the race eventually begins with a second formation lap and Lando Norris jumping to the lead. And the race gets yellow flagged already as chaos ensues. Max Verstappen is out of the race as he got involved with Antonelli, and the safety car had to be deployed. Yeah, Antonelli also got penalized for this, and he got a grid place penalty. Yeah, and he got it in Silverstone, and the race hadn't even begun. It was because of this incident that he got a grid place penalty. Good lord. Anyways. Jeez Louise, we're only 2 laps in and there's already a safety car. The race restarts with Norris continuing to lead. Russell attempts to get past Hamilton, but Hamilton manages to defend 4th from him. So far, not much is going on and there's barely any lead changes. Piastri and Norris continue to fight for the lead as Piastri tries getting past him. Piastri then does an impressive overtake on Norris, but Norris got the lead back and the 2 McLaren drivers continue to go at each other. Yeah, expect to see these 2 wreck out. Well, if things get hectic and out of control. Behrman and Hajar are the first 2 drivers to make an actual pit stop. Gasly is next to come down to pit road, and Hulkenberg joins in alongside him. Yeah, the Hulk. That's what people call him because it's got Hulk in the surname. Get it? Albon and Copintio are next to join in to get fresh tires. The battle for the lead continues, and Norris keeps defending the lead, and Albon is out of the race, meaning that both Williams drivers won't see the full race distance, which is pretty bad, by the way, considering that Williams used to be great. What happened to you, man? George Russell comes down to pit road to get fresh rubber. Norris then comes down to pit road, but Piastri stays out for now. Hulkenberg overtakes Behrman for 11th. On lap 25, Piastri pits in and gives up the lead to Leclerc. Leclerc then pits in a lap later and gives up the lead to Hamilton. Next to come down to pit road is Hamilton, and he gives up the lead to Norris. Tsunoda and Copintio battle for 13th, and then Copintio spins out and brings out another yellow flag. Thankfully, this yellow flag is short. Tsunoda had to go down to pit road to get his car fixed. Lawson is next to come down to pit road. Hajar gets past Copintio for 13th. Gasly comes down to pit road. Hulkenberg is next to come down to pit road. Piastri goes wide and nearly loses control. Leclerc comes down to pit road and gives up 3rd to Hamilton. Bortoleto is next to come down to pit road. Hamilton then comes down to pit road and Leclerc is back in 3rd. Yeah, like, what's up with Hamilton finishing lower than Leclerc? I mean, Hamilton hasn't been doing pretty well in Ferrari lately, unlike Chase Briscoe in Toyota, who got a win. Yeah, Chase Briscoe used to be a Ford driver and went over to Toyota, but it was Lewis Hamilton, a world champion, going over to Ferrari. That was the bigger news, because Lewis Hamilton was associated with Mercedes for a long time, and yet he decided to go to Ferrari, which is pretty much like Mark Scaife going over to Ford, or Hendrick switching to Toyotas. It's big news. Norris comes down to pit road and gives up the lead to Piastri. This time, Piastri doesn't stay out for longer and pits in a lap later than Norris. He also has to deal with lap traffic. And to make matters worse, Piastri gets forced into the grass by Copintio. Luckily, he didn't go into a wide patch of grass. Because of that, Copintio had to get penalized. On lap 62, Norris's lead gap starts shrinking rapidly and Norris has to deal with lap traffic. Norris's lead gap increases a bit as both Piastri and Norris have to deal with Bortoleto. Meanwhile, Bortoleto tries to get past Alonso. Alonso uses DRS to defend 7th from Bortoleto. Norris gets past Alonso, and Alonso tries getting past him even though the blue flag is thrown. And just like that, Norris wins the Austrian Grand Prix. The Austrian Grand Prix gets a 9 out of 10 for the intense battle between Norris and Piastri. After the race, we get, well, a driver interview, driver talk, and the podium with the winning driver's national anthem is played. But anyways, this is Bandito signing off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time and peace out.